A big welcome to you, Pisces. So we have you, the last sign now in Aquarius, right? The sun is in Aquarius. The sun, the ego, the extroverted, the looking out, the looking up, is in Aquarius in the star card, right? And it started with the inauguration, and the inauguration was the hope that we looked up for, right? And you, the last sign right now that I'm doing this reading with the sun in Aquarius. This is a light sign, and light is right now we have bright days, right? Cold, very cold, because you are a star, right? You don't have really a heat in you, and this is how they depict actually these months, right? They could see the sky was clear, it was cold. Of course, in this hemisphere, in the other hemisphere, it's hot right now, right? And it's still, we still feel the energy of the star when it's in the sun, right? It doesn't matter if it's hot or if it's cold. So we have the 7 stars and the 8 star in the center because it's card number 17. We have the big star and the 7 stars around, and one is coming down already. And it's again here, as we can see, she even, her lower part becomes the river, becomes the subconscious, becomes this emotional, right? The hips is the emotions, is that feeling, right? Energy where we diving in. And it's also the subconscious. We are finding here our conditionings, our dogmas, our conditionings in the zodiac sign itself, conditioning then even in your court card, right? When you're born, is it influencing? What is the planets influencing you? Here are in the symbols of some of the planets that are influencing us right now when the sun is in this sign, right? Here is the wheel. So this is the Hermetic Tarot, and Mr. Edward Wade and Mr. Aleister Crowley were in this brotherhood, very powerful brotherhood, right? And they give us an understanding of when I give myself the light, I give the light back to others. Her hair becomes the river. Here is Uranus. Uranus is the planet of awakening, of liberation, of also a change, but also unpredictability, right? We don't know what can happen in this month in our point of view looking out. And I just see a bird flying up there in the air, right? It's so beautiful because it gives us a hope looking up into the sky. The star is androgynous. It's not even having a sex, right? Here one more time, 1 foot in water, 1 foot on land. It's this empowered energy that she is embodying, right? Very detached at the same time, of course, as well, right? The star, like I said, hasn't no fire or no water. It's this neutral, it's air, right? It's this not very tangible energy, and still the air is moving our hands, and hands are able to touch the skin, right? So there is something that we can literally feel. I painted the star position with the universe coming down and the earth pointing upwards, right? Building the hexagram. Then I did it again here, more like the universe. Here is the world, or is the earth, right? And the stars are falling down, right? David Bowie said we're the earth people, we're the star people. From this on, from the star, the 7th star, the 7th chakra, right on top of our head, we start falling down and become then the earth star, which is right above her head. And the hexagram, the circling inside, right? That's what makes her come out. This is right here, the spinning I put right in here inside of it, right? So then I combined it where again it's dark right? The universe itself is dark, and the Earth star is coming down to the Earth itself. I wanted to be more detached. This was not working for me, so I wanted to draw the Earth, and I did it also like this, where it's more light, but I think I'm gonna make this more dark. It's much more makes sense. And she herself, she becomes this water source, right? It's almost like the star becomes water or clouds. Meanwhile, here it's just light, right? I mean, I'm working on it. It's crazy, right? It never ends. It's almost like I cannot stop it. Stop it. Then you are the moon, of course. You are that moon that we're looking up to. And here again, the moon phases become two pillars, become two pillars that we can evolve past, right? We can understand that there is an evolution happening, that there is something coming out of the water, out of the subconscious, the deep subconscious, that we collect the water. When we drink that, we understand something, right? It's highly spiritual. I mean, some of these cards are really like deep, deep, deep spiritual messages, and it's not just like, oh, you know, like, oh, you fell in love and blah blah blah. I mean, this is all wonderful, right? We can all bring this down to a very simple energy, a simple emotion, right? But there's so much more going on. And the evolution, the scarabæus, right? This little beetle, right? That is holding the sun here and the sun right here. Yud, the little droplets from the hermit, right? From the opposite of Pisces is the hermit, is the spiritual, because Yud means the hand. I mean, it's just, I could talk for hours, right? When I do eventually, once I have the card painted, and I'm really like, this is the card, then I will make a video just for the moon or just for the star card, right? And here, like a little more symbolic, she looks out to the moon. She's all alone by herself on this little iceberg kind of thing. Then here, the mountains, right? Sometimes it takes me a while to really get also the understanding of these cards. It's again, the moon is waking over us. It's the dog and the wolf. Here also the two pillars, right? Here again the beetle. It's from the Egyptian perspective, a holy insect or a holy animal. So my evolution of the cards that I painted here is simply just that you become the fish pose in the moon, in the water, in this two divided energies, but it's a little too simplistic. Then I added the symbolism of the moon, right, which is right here inside. I wanted to create that the symbol itself becomes the two towers, right? And there's the up dog and the down dog. Up dog looking into the future, but also when he really opens up, he can look into the past as well. And the down dog looking down. Then I did it a little bit more lighter, and the scarabæus with the sun and the path up, right? It's almost like an infinite path up. And then I did something like this with palms, trees as that symbol. I miss the dogs. And then this is the last one. It's almost like it's a curtain opening, right? There is this moon phases are celestial points, but I'm not finished yet, right? I have to continue painting on this card. It's not finished yet. If you're born February 8th to March 11th, you're the classical Knight of Cups. You're searching. The Knights are fire connected. All the four Knights are connected to fire. So you fire and water, the eternal search for and the fire to search for water, right? And the water and the fire combined, equally combined, are giving us the power of true love, searching for love on a day like today, like Happy Valentine's Day, right? We are clearly wanting that love never ends. And this search for you, it's almost like it's so deeply embedded. Like I said, we have conditionings that are sometimes are pushing us to do things that we don't even understand why we're doing it, right? Because you are eternally searching and wanting to understand what is this thing called love. Odin, right? Here you are, the big, energetic male King Odin, finding the love that in the end within you. On days like yours, it's usually humid. We have a very beautiful day today. May rain tomorrow, right? We don't know. It's always unpredictable, but still we feel that we like to eat carbohydrates on a day like this, right? And you connected to the nervous system, and of course the body parts of, for you, are your feet and your toes, right? So it's very important that you do exercises for your feet, right? And learn to use your feet and your toes. Foot massage, creams, loving your feet, giving them the attention they need, right? It's very important. Foot reflexology, it affects the whole body. That is your strength or your weakness, right? Depending how you connect with it. Wow, 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 wow. Look at this. You coming up. So this is your major arcana card talking to you, telling you, it's amazing. I had it in a German reading, but it came upside down as the fourth card. You allow yourself to dive deep within the mystical, the deep, the spiritual, the search that you're on is something that you want. Just become aware that, wow, this fire, the fire within you, the search for knowing yourself, the search for understanding yourself, is making you young, right? Is making you coming off the horse. And since all nights are connected with fire, you are here having the opportunity to begin fresh, new. Amazing. Look at you. You have this drive to understand, to know, and to be a new generation of hope. Look how she, I mean, it's beautiful, right? You arrived, you went deep inside and searched to find happiness, to find true happiness within, because the Page of Wands is an energy of a generation that says we can do this, we can do it, no matter what the situation out there looks like. Wow. No matter how bound we feel, how helpless we feel, because this is only in our head. When we allow ourselves to be bound, you don't care. You say, I go for it, right? So let's see, these two came out, and I'm going to put these underneath. I mean, look at that. So when I put them above, you allow yourself to dive deep down, and you saw that you're bound, right? You see, you find within your dreams that you are bound, sometimes not by certain people or dogmas, but also by elements, by zodiac signs, by court cards, by etc. And you, by going deep down and realizing that it's all just in your head, it's like there's a liberation that brings the world to you. This is a spiritual message coming to you, a big spiritual message that comes to all of us, to the world. Wow. Right? That everything has a beginning and the end becomes the beginning, and the beginning becomes the end. And you're understanding that. You went deep down to free yourself from this, right? You realize this being bound, it's in our head, because here when we go deep into our subconscious, right? When we go deep into a search of our subconscious, in this month of the subconscious, the star, we're diving deep down, right? You find the world. Amazing. Look at this. And then that is, now you can give and take. Now you come into a balance. Give and take, all the time. I mean, this is very beautiful. When we give, we can take, and when we take, we can give. There is a beautiful energy about the Six of Pentacles, because it's this infinite eight behind it. The infinity symbol is very important, right? Is again, the what's above is also below. The infinity in itself is by these 2 points pointing at each other. And that infinity energy is making you go out and plan your new adventures. Beautiful. I had this also in the German reading. I had the 8. Don't worry about infinity. I mean, it's crazy, right? How can we worry about infinity? But it's an energy that's for a lot of people very difficult to accept. That there's this infinite inhale and exhale, right? All the time. I inhale, I exhale. There's no other way, right? There is constantly this awareness. And that is giving you the power to be gloriously standing up there, right? This is Mars in Aries. And this is Jupiter in Leo, right? Jupiter is the planet of abundance, miracles, hopes, right? And Leo is the creative, this creative energy that's also within you. And you are using this new creative energy to go and become empowered, to go and be out there again and create something really, really amazing for all of us, for the world. And you leave this behind, right? Sometimes, of course, interesting enough, that's what, you know, I mean, it's part of as you can see, this is not really an 8, it's a 6. And it's 3. 3 fits twice into the 6. And this is only in your head because it's 4. 4 dark, but these other 4. And it's not really 8, it's 4. As she looks in the mirror. Crazy. So cool. Then, cool, you can build something greater, something for this world, for all of us, right? You will come together, work with others. This is Mars in Capricorn. This is creating a bigger energy, a bigger message, a bigger, this is usually a cathedral, right? There's also a spiritual energy behind it. You are on a big spiritual quest. So I'm gonna look if there's more coming out. Beautiful. I mean, you really empowering yourself. You really, and this is the 3. Look at this, the 3. It's, you build something for all of us. You build something powerful where the giving and taking is completely included. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's it. Keep walking, keep working, keep building. This is a Virgo, and maybe there's a friend, right, like you. The Virgo is fire and earth. Fire and earth can create, right, the next creative work, the financial success, hardworking. He's hardworking this night, right? So maybe you have a Virgo with whom you, Pisces, are working, and it is your opposite. You see, this is someone that is close to you, because the opposite of Pisces is Virgo, right? The Yud, the droplets coming down from, is indicating in Aleister Crowley's moon there are 9 Yuds, 9 drops, right, coming down, indicating the connection to Virgo. So you have a Virgo that is working with you on this path, and you can rely on this Virgo really strongly. Okay, sometimes that 9, the number 9, these 9 drops, right, are a little intense for you, right? Sometimes it can say, okay, it's this 8 in here, but remember, there is one light bird up here. This is the number 9. You see that? And the 8 are right here. You go from 8 to 9 because, right, maybe also the Virgo is bringing you sometimes to this intense, nightmarish kind of feeling, right? That can also be, but they are very reliable, really working hard. So let's see. What is this 9 of swords, the 8 of swords and 9 of swords wanting to tell you? What is that? Why do you have 8 and 9 of swords? 9 is completion, right? Then is something has completed, has finished. Justice. Wow. Justice, Leo, court card Leo, and Cancer. So the 8, and the 9, and of course if I take the 9 off I will show you what's underneath. The 8 and the 9 there will be justice because the Leo is creative and finds solution into this Cancer, and the Cancer is always about a success. This is an honest, balanced success, right? Because these problems, these difficulties make that we grow stronger, Leo. We grow stronger through them. And Leo comes after Cancer. So in the month of August, right? Here, July, August, right? Here, this is Libra. This is October, right? August, court card. You will find a powerful, right, new work, new, excuse me. Thank you. And the nightmares will be gone. It's part of growing up. When we have a big work energy like this, it's like there has to be problems sometimes, but it's in your mind. It's this trouble. It's this, like, sometimes we just like think we're bound by this deep project, by this existential new endeavor that we want to bring into this world. We want to bring it into the world. We work hard, right? We work together, even though sometimes that makes you walk towards more difficult thinking. But here you have success, right? You have a balanced outlook coming to you in the Leo, because Leo is twice here. Leo is here and here. This is the court card. This is the muse of inspiration. That is Leo. Here is the major arcana, Leo, the strength card. Strength. This is building strength within you so that you can combine a successful and justice world, right? This world needs people, new people who understand the problem of these kind of energies, right? The world and the giving and taking. Here's also 8 is the infinite, right? Divided, the 3 and 3, 3, 4 and 4. Two and 6 is 8. Sometimes maybe you do too much, right? Because you think you have to be successful. This is creating maybe also this inside of you. And because this project for all of the people, 3 and 3, and wanting to give and take is intense to bring that into the world. I mean, who said that it's easy? Then here, the 9, right? The number 9, but it's 11 coins. It's a master number. If you drew 11 coins, right? That falling down to make this a success, right? And sometimes you go and it's a lot because the dark is connected with the dark, with the feminine. And 11 and 11, right? The justice. Here the 7, again the 7, understanding clearly the success, right? Success in working hard, success in being honest, success in being just. Making you stronger so you can, right, grow, because that's why we're here. We're here to grow. We're here to become empowered human beings. And interesting, this is also at the bottom of the deck of the German reading. We also had the Two of Voices, right? This is happening, all this is happening because you think, should I do this or should I do that? Don't even think, right? Understand that inhale and exhale need each other. Always, inhale and exhale need each other. Look, these two cards were the same in the other reading. These two cards need each other. These two cards need each other. Maybe these two cards really need each other, but it's about, again, understanding what is above is below. Inhale and exhale, right? Allowing to go deep and let go, right? Always two sides, two creates the next generation. And when we come into the center, we understand this is where the light is, right? I have always a choice. I can go to the right, I can go to the left, but if I'm in the center where the infinite eight is crossing, that's where I want to be. Where the infinite eight is crossing, is separating. 1-1, right? 1-1. And look, she has here the world, and we want to bring justice to the world, right? And to bring justice into the world is to come into your center, is to come into the third eye. This is the chariot. The chariot can only be connected with the third eye, with this direction, right? Is leading you forward, right? By October, you understand the message behind this. Now, this reading is only once a year, right? We have this reading once a year. We have this constellation once a year. So allow to look for 1 month to look into it. I don't do many readings. I do only a reading once a month, right? Where the constellation is the sun and the moon. I don't do the other planets. It's getting too much, right? But look into the pictures and meditate on it, right? And pick one that you say, I want to focus on this. I want to really feel this card. You have a month to work on your message. Your message is that you have a big, successful endeavor in front of you, which will bring difficulties, but it's only mental, in your head. And in your head, how do you control that? By going deep within, right? By understanding that when I have a choice between right and left, I go into my center. There's nothing else. Inside, within you, there is the choice of coming into your center. A new energy is born. A new energy is coming out of you, right? This is you, new, fresh born, coming out, excited, wanting to create a new world of equal giving and taking, right? You working on it, you working successfully on it, you planning it to be successful, and you will be successful because you have a Virgo working with you, you have a Leo working with you, and you have a Libra working with you, and you have a Cancer working with you. This is a successful, right, endeavor, which sometimes is difficult. It's what it is. It's part of this life. Wow, cool, so cool, this reading. Then I see you in the next reading in 1 month, right? Then we have the sun in Aries and the moon again in your sign. Thank you for watching. Namaste.